In Texas, a company called Amotech has developed a variety of new weapons like the chain-fed machine gun, the Claymore landmines, and the barbecue flamethrower. This has made them the leading innovator in the industry. Desmond is a very lazy Amotech employee who always arrives late. Today he's also forgotten his badge, so the guard won't let him pass. Now Desmond has to fill out all the paperwork again to get a new badge that finally allows him to enter the building. He runs through the reception and an alarm reminds him he must leave his phone at the front desk. In the elevator he bumps into Samantha, who mocks him for always being late and gives him a watch. Then Desmond sneaks around so he can reach his desk without being seen by his boss Adam. Instead of working though, he starts playing a video game. At that moment Adam calls him to his office and the secretary Helen very slowly walks to the door to let Desmond in. Adam scolds him for being late and informs him that Amotech will be merging with another company. Adam needs Desmond to finish his report by the end of the week or he'll be fired. When Desmond returns to his desk, Lentworth tells him that the other company has already fired half of their accounting staff, so Amotech will probably fire lots of people too. Murad shares that one of their co-workers was already fired last night, but Desmond thinks they worry too much. Regional manager Marcus overhears and makes fun of them, even making racist comments about Murad. He's happy because the merging will probably get him a promotion, and the others point out it's only because he's the owner's nephew. At that moment Lentworth is called to the manager's office, and Desmond finally starts his report. However, he's interrupted by a call asking him to go to the lab. On his way there, Desmond remembers the rules to survive at the office. Always carry a clipboard to look busy and answer questions with technical language to throw the person off. When Bob throws Desmond a ball and asks for inspiration for slogans, Desmond says something really dumb so they won't ask again. In the lab, Nicholas asks about the pieces he needs for his robot and Desmond pretends he's working on the order while remembering another rule. The one processing orders is in power. After reminding Desmond that he asked for those pieces months ago, a frustrated Nicholas tests a new weapon on a dead pig and the blood splashes on Desmond. At that moment another scientist calls Nicholas to discuss something important. Desmond carefully sneaks around and loses his paperwork on purpose by throwing it in the trash. He overhears the scientists talking about some experiment that isn't ready and they close the door when they see him. Afterward, Desmond hides in the closet to smoke with Ralph and Lentworth, who has just been fired. When Desmond returns to his desk, he follows his last rule: use office hours to work on your own stuff. The video game he plays is his own creation and he hopes to sell it one day. Desmond is still bored though, so he tries to prank call Murad, who can tell it's him. Then Desmond tries to order pizza, but the phones are blocked so employees can't make outgoing calls. Murad complains about Desmond bothering and not letting him work, and he suspects that the only reason why Desmond stays in the company is Samantha. Desmond denies it and changes the subject. Suddenly all the employees are called to the conference hall. Company owner Franklin tells them about their newest product, an energy drink called Zolt. Desmond isn't paying attention because he keeps staring at Samantha, who is sitting next to another guy. Jealousy takes over and Desmond decides to leave the conference to finish his report. The rest of the employees get free cans of Zolt. At home, Desmond tries to ignore his lazy roommates so he can work on his report. However, seeing his dog in a costume changes his mind. The group goes outside and pretends they're in Mario Kart by racing on shopping carts. The next morning Desmond wakes up on his desk and confirms he finished his report, but it is almost 2,000 mistakes. At the office, Desmond realizes that he forgot his badge again, but thankfully the guard isn't around. At the same time one of the scientists arrives, however he drives away when he sees Desmond. As he rushes through the front desk, Desmond drops his phone and assumes the guard is asleep, not noticing the mug stabbing the back of his head. In fact, Desmond is in such a hurry that he runs to his desk without seeing any of the bloodstains on the walls and desks or the bodies on the floor. At that moment Adam calls him to his office, so Desmond prints the report with all the mistakes. Adam keeps sharpening pencils while repeating nonsense and Desmond notices he's been drinking Zolt. When he looks around, he's shocked to discover a dead employee on the floor with multiple pencils on his back. Adam explains he killed him because he wasn't a good worker and made too many spelling mistakes. Then he checks Desmond's report and the first page has enough errors to make him furious. Adam's veins get dark as he announces that Desmond is fired and throws him through the door. The other employees also have dark veins and together with Adam, they start chasing Desmond, so he runs to hide in a cubicle and asks Carter for help. Carter tells him off and keeps drinking Zolt while working. When Desmond tries to leave he accidentally trips on the cables, disconnecting the computer. Carter freaks out because he didn't save his work